Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. I just realized I have no idea which of these three classes I want to pick, so let's just go ahead and take a quick look at my channel here, shall we? We got Hunter, Priest, or Paladin. Doobity boop boop boop. Paladin, Hunter. Wow, okay, so Priest was the longest to go, but it also has the most videos on the channel. So let's catch up a little bit and do some Hunter action. Turn my volume down. We're starting off with an epic. I'll try Snake Trap. This could be pretty good sometimes. It's good with Buzzard. It's good with Hyena. It's good with like a Raid Leader or any kind of other buffing. It's just good in a lot of cases. Phases Manipulator, definitely fine, but it's nice to play with this rare trap because it is epic. People don't often play around it as much, so you can pull off some crazy shenanigans. Here, I'll take the Tundra Rhino. It's important as a hunter to take good beasts when you see them, because most beasts suck, and having some beasts in your deck increases the odds of having synergy with some strong card like Houndmaster or Kill Command. Kidoke. Oh my gosh, this is tough. I mean, I want to take Animal Companion because it's so good, but I think you need to take Multi-Shot here. It's just it's really important sometimes to have it so that you can shut down your opponent's plays. Here, I'll take a Kill Command for some removal. Ugh. Well, these both are terrible. I could potentially get a weapon, but it's not likely. I guess we're taking a War Golem. I just don't want one-drops badly enough to not take a War Golem here. All right. The Ironbeak Owl is a beast, and people tell me I should take it. I really don't like it. We'll take a Panther here. It is growing on me a little bit. Don't get too excited, but it's growing on me. Okay, I like the Farseer a lot. Is it worth it to take the objectively better card in the form of the Silverhand Knight, or even the Wolf Rider for some extra removal? We'll take the Farseer, I think. The health gain can be nice sometimes. Okay, I'll take a Buzzard. Tricky now with the 1 health, but sometimes you can play Buzzard, Snake Trap, or something, and people will attack into it. Alright, I'll take another Kill Command, yes. And Misdirection. This is a card that really crushes me in Constructed with like these weird hunter decks that don't play any creatures for a while. So they drop a Misdirection, then your creatures attack each other or you, and it's really terrible. But in the arena, I don't think it's actually that good. Problem is Flare, I mean, usually it's a 1-mana cycle. I'll take it over the Misdirection. A 1-mana cycle's alright. Deadly Shot is another one of those cards it's important to have one of. Definitely worth it over the Beast. I will take a second multi-shot. Okay, so we're doing really good on removal. I hope I get some, like, you know, cards. So do I take a second Buzzard, going all in on the Buzzard Gambit? We'll try it. This is good if I get an Unleash the Hounds. I still haven't actually managed to play with Unleash the Hounds yet. Explosive Shot, very good. So, okay, so we're definitely doing well on removal. Let's take some cards now. This engine is a terrific addition. Don't really like Snipe very much. Freezing Trap is definitely playable, and it's definitely a card that in some circumstances I really wish that I had. However, what I really need are some 2-drop creatures. The Buzzards aren't really playable on turn 2, so we need a Fairy Dragon. It's a really good 2-drop, and it's hard to pass on a Harvest Golem, but I think that the mana curve called out for it. Do I take a third Buzzard? Sure, let's just go all the Buzzards here. And I gotta take a Hyena then. Okay, so we're getting the Buzzard Hyena thing going. Ooh, Lucky Day, Gladiator's Longbow. It's an overpriced Arcanite Reaper most of the time, but it just goes to show how good Arcanite Reaper is, that this is still an amazing card. And frankly, you know, if I just if I can use it, the immunity while attacking part, it can be really nice. More Explosive Shot. I think I've got enough removal. Let's take a Sunwalker for some defense and some late game drops. Brrr. This doesn't quite seem right for this deck. It's too risky. This I could just take for the stats. It could sometimes come in with a longbow, but it's not likely. And this for spell damage, that would work with Kill Command, kind of. Multi-shot very well. Explosive Shot is awesome with the Geomancer. I want to make sure my deck has some meat to it. Right now it really doesn't, so we'll take a Spiteful Smith for the stats, and maybe the occasional, you know, usage. Okay, here I'll take a Geomancer over the Wolf Rider. I am a big proponent of Wolf Rider, but there's enough damage in this deck that the Geomancer would be fine. Okay, these are both really good beasts. This is a bit more endgame. This is a bit more early game. How many 3-drops do I really have? Just 2. The rest is removal. So yeah, I'll take a cheaper beast there for the early game. Another Hyena here? Well, now that I haven't gotten Unleash the Hounds, the Hyena seems a little bit tricky. Basically, what you want is for like Snake Trap to pop, and then you play the Hyena, and then you sacrifice all the snakes and make it grow, but that takes a long time. I think I'll just rather take a 4-drop. I'm missing mid-game at the moment, and that would be nice to have. Okay. Well, this guy could be good sometimes. I do have a decent amount of early drops, but I'll take the 1-drop. I don't have any, and it's nice to have one in there. Ah, Boulderfish Ogre, perfect. I need some more endgame beef. And while the Silverhand Knight is great, Explosive Trap is one of those very important cards. This has been a nice draft. I've been getting a variety of cards. Panda or the best 2-drop in the game? Well, all I really have for 2-drops is this Fairy Dragon. I mean, you don't really want to drop the Geomancer, don't really want to drop the Hyena or the Buzzards, but I'm worried if I take this, I'm just going to have not enough beef at the end. Second Deadly Shot would be nice, but I've got so much removal, I feel like I don't really need to take this. The Panda, though, what do I have with it? I can reset the Divine Shield. Nothing, nothing. We get another heal, nothing, really, nothing, no, kind of, sort of, not really, nah. Yeah, I don't know about this Panda, we'll just take Namani Berserker. Ugh, I don't want to take Kurabashi Berserker here, it's not really what I need. We'll take a Worgen. And okay, I guess we're taking Misdirection because the other stuff's trash. Well, that draft was a little bit bottom heavy. Too many 2-drops. Some of which can be conditionally good later in the game, like the Starving Buzzard, the Geomancer, and the Hyena could all be good kind of later on, you know? I might have made some questionable picks there. Hard to say. I haven't played Hunter in a while. I feel like I'm a little bit rusty. So yes, I could have used maybe one of those Silverhand Knights instead of the 2-drop that I took. Maybe I should have taken that Deadly Shot over the Amani Berserker. We'll keep an eye on the Berserker, see how often I wish it were a Deadly Shot instead. But there is a decent amount of removal here, so I don't feel like I'm hurting for it. So, Rogue, one of the 3 classes that will kill my Buzzards. That's sad. And of course I'm going first, because I always go first against Rogues, because of course. So we'll have our 2-drop here, but it might not be very impressive if she has the turn 1 Coin Defias. Okay, so what I might try for here is I'll play the Snake Trap on turn 2, and then on turn 3 I'll play a Buzzard, see if I can bait her into attacking the Buzzard. Although Snake Trap isn't epic, usually if someone plays a trap and then just drops a Buzzard in front of it, they can kind of tell it's Snake Trap. What is she doing? She played Preparation in the coin? Oh god. I think she thought Preparation worked like Innervate. It doesn't. Well, this is nice. So my opponent starts us off here with a little bit of a help. She threw away Preparation and she used the coin to dagger up. Now, I think she was intending to play something that cost like 5 mana. And then having wasted the coin, she realized, oh crap, I don't actually have anything to use this coin on. I'm just going to dagger up instead. So this should be a win. I mean, if I lose this game, that would mean my deck is really, really bad. Let's see if she attacks into this Buzzard. So this nerf is actually kind of acting like as a buff, sort of, because by baiting the opponent to attacking, you know, you can kind of trigger your Snake Trap. Now, she knows it's not Explosive Trap because she hit me in the face, but it could still be Freezing Trap. It could still be Misdirection. Alright, well, we got to pull it up. I think this is the first time on the channel pulling off the Snake Trap Buzzard combo. It's very polite of her to give me a well played. So now, not only has my opponent thrown away a coin and a card, Preparation, but she's also given me, you know, 3 cards to replace the one that I lost for the Buzzard. And plus these snakes, of course, are still here. Aha. Okay, so this Acolyte is a pretty good answer to my snake army. It will give her some cards. I could Deadly Shot it, but that seems a little bit, what I would say, greedy. I could play this and threaten to turn on Wind Fury against it. I think the threat of that is actually good enough that I am willing to not use up all of my mana. Stormwind Knight just wasn't really good here. Sen'jin would have been good to protect my snakes, but the Stormwind Knight running into this twice and giving her 2 cards seemed a bit sad. She'll get 2 cards, but she'll have to wait a turn for the second one, and I'm threatening to turn on Wind Fury, kill this, and then kill something else, potentially. So she's going to draw a card, like a smart lady, always draw cards first. She actually has a decent amount of cards because she hasn't actually played anything other than the Preparation. And then the Acolyte got her the card back that she played. Ah, Cult Master. Well, that's really clever because what that does is it makes it so that if I turn on Wind Fury with my Worgen, it'll draw a card for dying and then a card for the Cult Master. Luckily for me, I've got Stormwind Knight here, so again, I'm kind of underspending my mana, but I think it's worth it because I get to kill the Cult Master, live to tell about it, give the Acolyte the second card. However, I now have a Wind Fury creature that she cannot kill with Backstab.
Job's done.
I should have put the snake in the middle. I messed up. I should have put the Stormwind Knight over here. Because now she can use Betrayal to kill my Worgen. Whereas if the snake were in the middle, she could still use Betrayal to kill my Worgen. She would have to dagger up. Well, interesting choice she makes. She makes Betrayal on the Worgen. That'll kill the Knight and the snake. But then she should really kill this thing somehow. SI Agent will do the job. Okay, that was very well done. I gotta give her credit, or credit is due. Okay, I think we'll just play the Sunwalker here. So, the best answer she could possibly have is Assassinate. Actually, Sap would probably be the best. Sap or Assassinate would be the best, but if she doesn't have those, she's in a lot of trouble. And anyway, even if she does, I've still got this War Golem as a follow-up. So I'm okay, I think. This, I'm tempted to use as burn, because this can also be burn. So this is like 10 plus 3 is 13 points of burn damage. Okay, so she's being really irritating with this stupid monkey. I have to pop my Divine Shield for 1 damage, which is highly unimpressive. That is a terrible mistake. I don't know what she's doing. She threw away this guy to pop my Divine Shield, which I was going to have to pop against the monkey anyway. Ah, that is so bizarre. Okay, whatever. We'll kill the monkey. Play a Spiteful Smith. Play the weakest creature that I have in the middle to guard against a few further betrayals. Well, this is looking good. Now, if I can enrage the Spiteful Smith against one of these Wienersmiths, then the Gladiator's Longbow will hit for 7 the first time, and maybe 7 again if she doesn't kill this thing off.
I've got a huge.
That's a pretty good answer, so she can kill that. She can dagger up. Oh, she's going to hit me in the face. Interesting choice. Do I even want to play this longbow? I'm tempted just to play the War Golem, honestly. Okay, that's interesting. So I can hit her for 6, down to 13, down to 11. I wish I had more beasts. I don't. But then I could hit her down to 6. Is she really going to kill me? No, she's not going to kill me. I think we're just going to go ahead and go for it here. So we'll do this, this. Just smash her in the face. Because basically now I can play the Gladiator's Longbow and Steady Shot, and that will kill her. She'd have to have a really remarkable hand to deal with everything that I have. And put a taunt or some kind of life gain in the way or something. Because the Stormpike will trade with my Berserker, but the Defias Ringleader just dies to my Rhino. Okay, so she's putting on a deadly poison. Well, she is... okay. Her Stormpike has to kill the Berserker or else she's dead. Because I have 2, 4, 6 damage here. Let's see if she sees that. I mean, I have to guess this is a new player because of the preparation thing at the beginning. But that's an honest mistake. I mean, anybody could make that mistake. If you haven't... even if you're an experienced player but haven't played with preparation before. So she's thinking about killing the Rhino, which makes sense, because if my beasts all have charge, it increases the odds of me having an out. Correct play, but doesn't make any difference. We're gonna Gladiator's Longbow up, Steady Shots. I think that was my first Steady Shot of the game. So, very nice, polite Proteus, the rogue player. But, seems like a little bit new maybe with the preparation misstep. I didn't even need my hero ability, really. I could have won without it, so I was basically playing her down a hero ability and still won, which is kind of cool. Anyway, nice first game. I'm not going to read too much into it as to the quality of my deck after that one, simply because, you know, it was a new player. Chances are she didn't quite draft precisely, but my deck, I think, you know, considering the curve and how the drops I had could answer what she was playing, I think it was decent. I'm looking forward to playing some more games. Weasel the Druid, good name for a druid. On my favorite map, the vegetable map. Okay, well, I keep playing classes that can kill these buzzards, so we'll send that back. I have 3 buzzards, I don't need to draw bajillions of them, and we get some removal, which is to be expected. This deck has a lot of it. Flare. You know, I'm actually just gonna... Druids don't have secrets. He might play something with stealth, but I'd rather just cycle this for the card while I'm not using the mana.
Job's done.
Give me my card. Thank you. And just pass the turn. So this is not useful right now, but it's nice to draw it so that I'm digging deeper in my deck. Whenever you play a draw effect and you draw a bad card, don't be upset that the card is bad. Be glad that you got the card effect so that the bad card slows you down less. I mean, now it's possible that my next card will be a really good, will be like a 3-drop I can play, and then that will justify my having used the flare on the first turn. I mean, yes, you could coin and play a Panther or something silly, but I'm not going to play around that kind of thing. Flesh-eating ghoul. Well, that's fairly impressive. I am actually going to kill command it. It's a bit sad to use that spell for just 3 damage, but I didn't need the extra mana, so compared to like a 2-mana 3 damage spell, I essentially had the same exact turn. Because if that had been like a Frostbolt or something, I would have had 1 useless mana left over, so I'd say that was completely fine that I used kill command in that situation in that way. Demolisher. Well, it's interesting here. On the one hand, I could of course run into it and trigger my Enrage, but on the other hand, then the Demolisher would have a 50-50 chance of actually killing off my Berserker, and I have no way to kill it right now, which is unfortunate. I could lay the Buzzard and hope for like a distraction so the Demolisher's chance of hitting my Berserker becomes only 1 in 3 rather than 1 in 4, but what I think I'd actually rather do is just ignore the stupid thing. Let's just play my traps and pass the turn. Okay, so it hit me in the face, so I could have turned on Enrage and hit it. You know, that was dumb. I'm pretty much wasting both of these. Why did I do that? For some reason, I thought the Demolisher would attack the Berserker, but there's no reason for the Demolisher to do that at all, so that was silly of me. Oh, please, can you actually, like, hero up and then kill my Berserker with your Demolisher, because that would be awesome. So actually, what he wants to do is hit with the Demolisher first, that way this gets enraged. Then he takes an extra point of extra 3 damage from hitting it, but at this point, damage doesn't really matter that much. What the heck? Well, he's using Explosive Trap. I think that's a mistake, or attacking me was a mistake. He should have played the wolf afterwards. Oh, he's going to attack his own Demolisher. I did not know that that could actually trigger on heroes. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, well that was not a good use of anything whatsoever. Alright, well I could play the Charging Rhino, but what I'm going to do here is play the Buzzard and try for Snake Trap. And I'm going to turn on Enrage. So, the thing I don't want to see is a snipe, because a snipe, or sorry, not a snipe, a swipe, because a swipe would let him kill both creatures. What I want him to do is hero up and kill the Buzzard, and then I get 3 snakes and a card. What I should have done is try to hide the fact that this is Snake Trap. I should have played, like, the trap first, then attacked, then played the Buzzard, so it wouldn't be quite so obvious. Oh, wow, you know what I wish I had? I wish I had a flare. So I could unstealth this and then trade my Money Berserker into it. That's funny. So if I play the Tundra Rhino, I draw a card, but I think it's actually better to play the Sunwalker here, because honestly, this would help protect my little Dinkosaurus Rexes. And now he can, of course, attack the Sunwalker with Shapeshift to pop the Divine Shield, but doing so will trigger the Snake Trap. This isn't just when my Buzzard is attacked, it's when any of my minions is attacked. Force of Nature. This is promising. They will probably head in. I have said before, by the way, that Force of Nature is one of those cards that seems like it should be better than it is. And this is one of those examples where it's just unimpressive. It's 6 mana and it doesn't even kill a Sunwalker. But I did get my 3 cards. Now this isn't that improbable because I do have 3 Buzzards in the deck, so it's like not that unlikely that I would be in the situation. Oh wait, these are much better than I thought they were. They get to kill off both of my other creatures. Whoops. I guess that was really good for my opponent. He gets to kill my Buzzard, my Berserker, and my Sunwalker. That was a pretty good Tiger. The stealth really helped him. Okay, Scavenging Hyena is really cute here because what I get to do is use a snake to have it die against the tiger. That'll grow my hyena, and then I can also play the tundra rhino to give the hyena charge. Always remember that, folks. You can play a charge-granting creature afterwards, after playing a different creature, and then it still applies the charge retroactively. It doesn't have to be like before. You don't have to play this first. I mean, I could have played it first. It doesn't matter, but just to talk about it. And okay, we're doing good now. Sadly, these removal spells do not hit the opponent directly, and sadly, I do not steady shot my opponent that fast because he gains a life every turn. However, he didn't gain a life this turn, which is good. And he's going to naturalize. Man, that was a pretty good use of naturalize. I should really consider that card, because killing a 6/4 at the expense of giving me 2 cards is totally worth it for him. Okay, well, do I play the War Golem, or do I just play a bunch of little stuff? I think it's actually better to play a couple of little things. The reason being, I'm pretty safe against Starfall and Swipe, since these both have 3 health, and this allows me to steady shot, which accelerates my clock. Now, the War Golem would have been difficult for Druids to deal with, but if he'd played, say, an Ironbark Protector here, I wouldn't have really been able to address it. See, like, now I'm much happier off being with these 2 creatures here, rather than just the War Golem. I think, well, maybe it's all kind of the same. Yeah, so let's Explosive Shot. Throw in the bear. And then we win. Yeah, if I'd had the War Golem out here, these 2 snakes would not have been enough to kill off the Ironbark Protector. I would have had to trade the War Golem in, so then I wouldn't have been able to kill him. So I think I made the right play. I thought about him playing an Ironbark. I played around that. He played an Ironbark, and then I won because I'd played the correct thing. So pro play me. Woo! All right, those are 2 pretty good games. That Druid seemed to have a decent deck, so the fact that we kind of smashed him was encouraging. If you enjoyed that video, please like and or subscribe, and the rest of the games are going to be posted to the channel very shortly. I'll see you in just a bit.